For decades, we've believed that a thriving garden is built with effort. Digging, fertilizing, fighting weeds. But what if we told you the secret to healthy soil has nothing to do with force, and everything to do with letting go? As we age, we don't lose our strength. We gain something better. Wisdom. And wisdom shows us that soil knows what it's doing, if we let it. Today you'll hear about gentle, science-backed ways to nourish your soil without wearing yourself out. You'll come away with a new perspective and maybe a lighter step into your garden. 1. Soil is alive. Soil isn't just dirt. It's a living, breathing world beneath your feet. There are more living things in a teaspoon of healthy soil than people on the planet. Bacteria, fungi, earthworms. They build structure, feed roots, and hold water. But each time we dig or till, we destroy that living web. It's like tearing up the floorboards of a busy house. So what's the better way? Stop disturbing it. Protect it. Feed it from above. Let life do the digging for you. Quietly, continuously, and far better than any shovel ever could. 2. Roots don't stop working after death. When plants are alive, their roots release sugars and compounds called exudates, food for microbes. In return, the microbes help the plant absorb nutrients. But here's the surprise. Even after the plant dies, the roots keep working. Dead roots become necromass, a fancy word for organic matter that stays underground, feeding soil life and improving structure. So instead of pulling plants out by the roots, just snip them at the base. Let those roots stay. Let them rot in place. Nature recycles everything, especially underground. 3. The problem with tilling. Tilling feels like we're doing something good, turning over the earth, letting air in. But studies now show it actually causes more harm than good. It breaks apart fungal networks, disturbs worms, and exposes organic matter to the sun, drying it out. Over time, tilled soil gets harder, not softer. The solution? No-dig gardening. Add compost or mulch on top and let the microbes, worms, and roots do the work. Your back will thank you, and your soil will thrive like never before. 4. Living mulch, a smarter blanket. Mulch doesn't have to come in bags. In fact, some of the best mulch is alive. Clover, vetch, buckwheat. They grow low, cover the soil, suppress weeds, and feed the microbes. These are called living mulches. You can trim them with shears when needed. No hauling, no kneeling, no mess. And unlike bark or straw, they give back while they grow. Living mulch keeps the soil cool, moist, and protected. It's the perfect helper for a gentle, self-sustaining garden. 5. Compost. Slow is beautiful. Composting doesn't have to be a science project. It's a slow, beautiful process. Toss in your vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, dry leaves, even old newspaper. Keep it damp, like a wrung-out sponge, and let time do its job. Seniors often have the gift of patience, and composting rewards it richly. But even if you don't want a bin, you can lay scraps right under mulch. That's called sheet composting, and it works wonderfully. The result? Black gold. Rich, earthy, nourishing soil with no chemicals, no cost, and no rush. 6. Companion planting. Teamwork underground. Why plant just one crop in a bed when you can grow companions? Onions near carrots. Beans climbing corn. Basil by your tomatoes. This isn't just old folklore, it's science. Different roots feed different microbes. Different plants attract different insects. When you mix things up, the soil becomes more alive, more diverse. And a diverse soil is more resilient to pests, disease, and weather. Companion planting helps the garden feel more like nature. Layered, balanced, alive. 7. Cover crops for every season. Cover crops are unsung heroes. In summer or winter, they protect bare soil, feed microbes, and stop erosion. Oats, rye, mustard. These are easy to sow even in raised beds. Let them grow through fall or winter. Then chop them down or just bend them over and mulch on top. Their roots will decompose and feed your next planting. Especially in off-seasons, cover crops keep your soil alive, even when nothing else is growing. 8. Fungal highways below your feet. Beneath the soil, fungal threads called mycorrhizae connect plant roots like a giant network. It's sometimes called the wood wide web. Through this network, plants share nutrients, send distress signals, and support. 9. Earthworms are your little gardeners. Earthworms are nature's tillers. They tunnel, eat, and excrete, creating rich, crumbly soil. Their castings are full of nitrogen and beneficial microbes. How do you invite them in? Easy. Keep the soil moist, don't till, and feed them organic matter. No need to buy them, they'll come on their own. And when you see worms in your garden bed, you'll know life is happening here. 10. Watering less, growing more. A living soil holds water like a sponge. The more organic matter it contains, the less you have to water. Shallow, frequent watering leads to weak roots. But deep, infrequent watering encourages strength. Cover your soil with mulch or plants and you'll trap moisture. You'll save time, lower your water bill, and give your plants exactly what they need. Less effort, better results. 11. Gardening is not a battle. We've been taught to fight weeds, pests, diseases. But nature isn't the enemy. Weeds can protect soil. Insects often balance each other out. The more life in your garden, the more harmony. Don't kill everything that crawls. Leave wild edges. Plant flowers for pollinators. Watch how the balance returns. Gardening becomes less of a fight and more of a conversation. 12. Aged compost beats fresh manure. Manure might be rich in nutrients, but fresh manure is too strong. It can burn roots and spread disease. Aged compost, on the other hand, is gentle, steady, and safe. It releases nutrients slowly and builds long-term fertility. Think of it like fine wine. The older, the better. Let it mature, let it settle. And your soil will thank you. 13. Shade is productive too. Not all gardens need full sun. Some of the best crops, lettuce, spinach, kale, thrive in partial shade. Use trees, trellises, or even umbrellas to create cooler pockets. It helps conserve moisture, especially in hot summers. Shade isn't a limitation. It's an opportunity to diversify. Your garden becomes layered, just like a forest floor. 14. Let nature lead. With age comes a powerful lesson. We don't always need to be in control. Nature has been growing things long before we arrived. When we step back, not out of laziness but wisdom, the results can surprise us. Allow leaves to lie. Let some wildflowers bloom. Observe before acting. And watch how balance returns. Gardening becomes less stressful, more joyful. 15. Gardening isn't just physical. You don't have to dig, lift, or kneel every day to be a gardener. Sitting in a chair with a cup of tea, watching bees on the flowers, that's gardening too. Taking notes, dreaming up new bed layouts, listening to birdsong. These are the heartbeats of the garden. Let your presence be enough. Let your care be your tool. 16. On the days you feel tired, some days you won't feel like gardening. That's okay. Your garden doesn't need you to be strong every day. It just needs you to show up, even if it's just for a few minutes. Water a pot. Pull one weed. Sit in the shade. The garden keeps growing, and so do you. 17. Raised beds. Kindness for your back. Raised beds aren't just for convenience. They're a kindness to your body. They warm faster in spring, stay structured longer, and drain more evenly. Best of all, you can garden while standing or sitting. No more bending over until your knees ache. Build them waist high. Use seats or edges to rest. Make gardening work for you, not the other way around. 18. Every mistake is a lesson. When a plant dies or a crop fails, don't see it as failure. See it as a teacher. Was it too dry? Too shady? Too crowded? With age comes patience and the gift of perspective. Gardening isn't about perfection. It's about learning, adjusting, and trying again next season. Every year is new. Every mistake grows wisdom. 19. Soil is a mirror. How we treat our soil often reflects how we treat ourselves. When we give it time, space, rest, and nourishment, it blooms. When we rush, strip, or ignore it, it suffers. As you garden gently, you may notice something shifting you too. A calm, a kindness, a return. The soil doesn't judge, it just responds. 20. The secret: grow less, live more. In the end, the secret isn't about more work. It's about deeper connection. You don't have to garden harder to grow better. You just have to let nature lead and follow with care. Sit with your plants. Walk your path slowly. Talk to your tomatoes. Let your roots and your joy go deep. That's the new way to garden. And it's a good one. In the end, the best thing we can do for our soil is to let it live. No more forcing. No more rushing. Just gentle care, patience, and trust in nature's way. Healthy soil builds itself. When we step back and let the roots, microbes, and worms do what they've always done, the less we fight it, the more it gives. So walk your garden slowly, sit among the plants, and know you're growing more than vegetables. You're growing peace.